Mount Blue TV Sports is brought to you by these generous sponsors. Origin USA, built to believe. Edward Jones Financial Advising. Franklin County Children's Task Force. Literacy Volunteers of Franklin and Somerset Counties. Maine Health. Maine Retirement Annuities. The Rotary Club of Farmington. Skowhegan Savings Bank. Jocko Fuel. Hard work, clean fuel, no excuses.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Caldwell Field here at the Mount Blue campus for tonight's football game between the Mount Blue Cougars and Fryeburg Academy. Here with me tonight is Coach Galen Denham, Coach Gerald Haynes, and I'm Ron Smith. Men, glad to have you back. Big game tonight for Mount Blue. They played well enough to win, just didn't get the win last week in Edward Little. And first home game under the new coach, Craig Collins. What do we expect tonight?
Well, happy to be back. I expect an exciting game. I think there's going to be a lot of points scored. I know last week Mount Blue had a hard time punching that in, but I'm sure that Coach Collins has got that straightened out. I think Mount Blue really wants to come out with a strong run game, but I know the one that's been watching him a little more than I have is Coach Galen.
Tonight, what you're going to see two different teams out there. You're going to see a team that's going to want to make a statement. You're going to see Mount Blue team that has worked really hard. They struggled in the red zone last week. That's what cost them the game, but I know that Coach Collins has worked on that all week long. There's an excitement about the Cougars. They're the up-and-comers. Even though Fryeburg Academy, looking at them coming up from Class C, they're one of the favorites to win Class B. And the reason for that is a strong group of veteran players returning from last year's Class C championship team. And so you've got Fryeburg on one side, veteran players trying to hold on to that and wanting to establish themselves in Class B after beating Skowhegan last week. And you've got Mount Blue, which wants that return to fame, that return to glory. So I expect a hard-hitting, really tight contest, and I think Mount Blue is going to try and run the ball.
Absolutely. With Kuzno in the backfield, runs the ball hard, and then Dylan Gray, you kind of have a thunder and lightning going there. Part of the Roaring 20s coming back from last year with Reed, Dylan, and Roman Galkowski. Just a lot of movement in the backfield, a lot of things they can do with different people. And I think Mount Blue wants to get where Fryeburg is. Fryeburg reloads. They don't rebuild.
Not at all.
Huge difference between reloading and rebuilding. And Mount Blue's looking to break out of the rebuild and start getting into the reloading.
I think with the new coach Collins, he's bringing in the attitude, that hometown rugged toughness that Mount Blue has been known for in the past years, and we want to bring that back to glory. I think.
I think you hit it right on the nail head there, Gerald, because the toughness is back for the Cougars.
We're going to break the national anthem. National anthem, they'll get ready to have the captains go out in the center of the field.
If I could just go back to that, Ron, all summer long, I'm here as an administrator. We work all summer. And so I saw them when they started their summer workouts. Last year, I saw kids walking back from the practice field, and they still had juice in the tank. They were bouncy and happy. This year, coming back from that practice field, I saw what I used to see in the old days when we played. The heads were down. They were tired. The sweat was built up.
Chest was out, though. Huh?
Chest is out.
Nice.
And I think there's a different attitude. And I'm really looking forward to it to unfold tonight.
I'm like seeing the names on the shirts again.
Yeah, there's names on the shirts. Mount Blue captains are out there. And that's Nick Ratcliffe, Gary Harkins, Reed Cousineau, and Joy Hayden. So there's 3 seniors and a junior in a captain spot. Saw Jeff Wrigley running up and down the sidelines.
He'll be snapping photos. Captains for Fryeburg Academy are Zane Tully and Ty Boone. Ty Boone is going to be number 2. If you're watching at home, folks, he's the number you want to watch. The guy plays literally everywhere on the offense with the exception of the ball snapper.
And Zane Tully appears to be the other captain. Yeah, I love to watch a game, and I love to see Jeff's take on it through his camera. He doesn't do it for a living, but it's not because he can't. Let me put it that way.
Absolutely. If that police gig, that law enforcement gig doesn't work, he has a future.
So weather's absolutely perfect tonight. Should be nothing that affects football in any way, shape, or form. It's about 65. Sun's just going down. It's very pretty out across Mount Blue in that way.
Absolutely.
Looks like Mount Blue will be getting the ball.
Cougars are meeting up. We do have 6 or 7 out injured tonight, including one of them. Captain Nick Ratcliffe isn't suited up tonight.
Oh, I'm ready for this to get started.
Right. I am too.
It was unfortunate we couldn't go down last week to Edward Little. Things didn't work out.
And the thing about the Cougars tonight, they have got to come out because obviously they're the underdogs based on history. They've got to come out tonight and bring the boom from the onset.
It's got to be early and often for the Cougars. Back deep is going to be Carter Meter and Cannon Smith. Number 5 and number 11.
Cannon Smith is just turning into a phenomenal football player.
And Mount Blue's very young. I mean,
they are very young.
We talked about 3 senior captains, etc., but there's way more underclassmen starting on both sides of the ball than there are seniors. So
we have numerous juniors and a couple sophomores who are going to start tonight.
Wensley kicks the ball deep. Meter's going to pick it up at about his own 2. Heads upfield, crosses the 20. Out to the 25, makes a cut, goes up the sideline. Carter Meter's going to bring him out near the 40. Going to mark him out at the 38.5-yard line. So great return by Meter of about 36 yards to set up the Cougars' first offensive possession.
Seemed like there was some good physicality blocking in the middle of that.
There was some physicality blocking, and I love the way he just took it upfield, ran north and south, picked his lane, and went with it. You want to slide over?
Mount Blue comes out. Twins to the right, single left. Dylan Gray in the backfield. Hawkins takes it, hands it off to Gray. Gray's going to get stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Number 24, Mike Stanzi, came up, made a big stick and a loss of about a half a yard.
Inside the box, Fryeburg is going to be really tough. That is an experienced bunch, mostly seniors, and that front 3 is going to be phenomenal. And the linebackers are not bad inside the box.
Well, Stancy came up there, and he just
read
filled the
that
gap
well,
on the snap. He was moving forward.
That was a solid tackle.
Same formation. Kuzno in the wing. This time they go off tackle. Dylan Gray breaks it. He's going to have first down yardage and keep running. And Dylan Gray is going to pick up just about 18 yards, and we're going to have a first down on the Fryeburg side of the field.
And that's what I was talking about before the game. If we can get through that first line and into that secondary, we can do some damage against that defense.
That was quick. That was to the line of scrimmage and through quick.
So Mount Blue now has the ball at the Fryeburg 43-yard line. Swap sides on the stacks. And they're going to carry off the right tackle that time.
Number 56, Daniel Bolvelt on the pull. It looked like they ended up stunting it just as soon as he pulled
and Emmett
out.
Bailey carried it forward and picked up about 3.
Emmett Bailey, one of those young players.
Bailey's a sophomore. Gray's a junior. And they like tucking in behind Big Sam Ratcliffe. Gray back in the ball game. There's the snap, the handoff. He's going to be caught by 72 in there. And Mako Losafa comes across the line of scrimmage. And that was a matter of he set his offensive lineman deep. That changes the route the running back's running, and it just becomes no man's land back there.
Welch had a good pull down the line of scrimmage, but he just couldn't quite get through to make the block, to seal.
Osafa's he's a solid defensive player. In the game against Skowhegan that I watched on film, he was a difference maker.
So it's going to be 3rd and 11 here for the Cougars from the Fryeburg 44. We've yet to see Harkins throw the ball. This may be where it happens. He's back to pass, goes across the middle. It's intercepted. He's brought down, but Stancy's going to pick it off. He made the first tackle of the game. And you saw Gary, here's a streamer across the middle. He's looking for Roman Galkowski.
The pass was behind Galkowski, and Stancy was right there in the box waiting for it.
We talked about it pregame, too. If you're in the middle of the field and you're behind receiver or high on a receiver, it's intercepted 99.9% of the time.
Correct.
So
the Mount Blue defense looked good last week. They really need to step it up tonight.
Fryeburg takes over at their own 47. Little schoolboy counter around the outside. Joey Ratcliffe with a tackle, but there's Boone.
Boone.
You talked about Ty Boone earlier. That was just explosive, and he's going to pick up about 11 or 12, and it's going to be first down for Fryeburg on the Mount Blue 39.
We were just outnumbered on this side.
Yep.
There was no adjustment.
You're going to see Boone on that little sweep play like that, and he'll also come from a wide receiver position like he is
He's
now,
in the slot now
on a counter. There's the bubble. The bubble. It's coming.
Pass incomplete, intended for Ty Boone.
And
So that's going to bring up second
Reed
down.
Kuzno got in there and got a hand up to kind of make that pass errant.
Arnenson Arneson is hit or miss at that quarterback slot for Fryeburg. In the game against Skowhegan, he was a little wild in his passes. So if the Cougars can put some pressure on him, I think that might make a difference.
So now Boone's going to line out way wide. And you're right, Mount Blue just has to know where he is every play. There's an inside handoff. He's going to be brought down after a short gain.
Reed
by number
Kuzno
60.
made the original hit.
Reed Cousineau on that tackle, but
Joy Hayden had him wrapped in the belly. And Reed said, oh, boy, look at this.
But then it was the sophomore Bailey that came up as he started to spin and just said, I like it. I like it.
So it's 3rd and about 6 here, a long 6 for Fryeburg, 8:23 and the clock rolling here in the first quarter of a scoreless game.
Mount Blue just needs to survive this first initial onslaught, and I think they're going to get into a defensive groove to me.
Boone's wide, and they send Hazelwood over with him in the slot.
Oh, that should have been jumped.
That's a back to pass. And there was Reed Cousineau came in off the corner. In his face, gets up in the air, forces him to release the ball a little bit higher than he wanted to, and it sailed on him. And it brings up a 4th and 6.
He was putting pressure on Arneson. And like I said, Arneson can throw, but if you put some pressure on him, he'll get antsy. He's got happy feet.
So it appears that Nathan Chandler is going to punt here. Mount Blue's got a couple of people deep.
Smith and Meter.
They're going to try and pin Mount Blue deep here. But I'd watch the snap is high.
False start on the offense is going to make this a 4th and 11. And that was something that I'm sure the Cougars worked on a lot this week. They had a lot of pre-snap penalties last week. And that devastates an offense. And right there, it's not necessarily the case because they're punting anyway. But it takes a decision to maybe go for it out. Chandler's kick is low. It's bouncing. Meter looks at it. He's going to pick it up. Makes the first guy miss. Makes the next guy miss.
Third guy miss.
Meter's going down the sideline. And Meter's going to bring it out to about the 26. That's the second return Meter's been a part of.
He broke that tackle inside. Once he got out there, he turns it upfield. He got everything he could out of that return. Excellent return by Carter Meter.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 here for the Cougars on the 29-yard line. And I think you're right, Coach James. Forcing that punt there, that's a big difference. You survived that onslaught. First play was a 16-yard play, you know.
Initial slot hurts sometimes.
Split back handoff to Reed Cousineau. He goes off tackle. He's going to pick up about 2.
I mean, I have no doubt that Mount Blue can run the ball. They went, 125 yards last week on 25 carries.
Yeah, they outgained Edward Little last week, 200 and something to 88. So Mount Blue's defense played extremely well last week. And if the offense can move the ball tonight, that's the key. They're going to have to move the ball and keep the D off the field.
So Big Sam Ratcliffe just kicked to the left side, and Dylan Gray is going to be brought down in the backfield for a loss.
That looked like a broken play there. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, we pulled one direction and ran the other, and Ted Carter was right there and shot up from that free safety spot and made a play deep.
Yeah, I don't know. There was a little confusion in the backfield. I don't know if Harkins went the wrong way or Gray went the wrong way, or they both went the right way and the blocking went the wrong way.
So, 3rd and 12 here for the Cougars. Harkins back to pass. Throws it, completes the pass. Going to pick up 5 or 6 to Carter Meter. And that's going to bring up 4th and about 8.
Hey, that was one of them confidence passes.
That is, I was just about to say that.
Let's complete the pass. Don't worry about it. It's a battle of field position right now.
Yep.
Carter Meter with a punt.
Oh, beauty.
It's going to be fielded And there's Boone. He's going to be brought down.
It's the difference of
about
catching that ball in the air.
Mount Blue 44-yard line. We'd like to thank our sponsors tonight: Origin, Jocko Fuel, Maine Health, Maine Retirement Annuities, the Rotary Club, Literacy Volunteers, Franklin County Children's Task Force, Edward Jones Financial Services, and Skowhegan Savings Bank. Thanks to all of you making these broadcasts possible. So, second chance here after 3 and out for the Cougars for Fryeburg on Mount Blue's side of the field. Defense showed up big time last series. We're going to see if they're going to do it again.
See if they made an adjustment on them.
Inside handoff.
Shifty.
Matthew Wrigley did a good job turning that inside.
Yeah. Broke down well.
They're going to pick up about 7 or so, and it's going to bring up a second and 3 rather.
Yeah, that was pretty much Boone. He had Wrigley right there in front of him when he took the handoff. So he's a shifty runner.
Yeah, and Wrigley broke down well. I thought he was going to have it. He will.
He'll get it.
He is a Wrigley.
Another inside handoff. Goes to Merrick. Iakozeli. And that's going to be a first down for Fryeburg with 5:04 here in the first quarter.
Snaps seem to be all over the place for Fryeburg tonight. Hopefully we can capitalize on one of them.
Yes. Mitchell Gross was in there quick for the Cougars that time. He's the one that kind of disrupted that play up front for Joey Hayden to make the play.
There's a little sweep around the outside to Boone. Makes a couple of people miss. And that is a shifty runner. Still on his feet. Makes another cut. And he's going to be down inside the 10-yard line.
Ty Boone. He's a player.
Thomas Farmer made the tackle, but I'll tell you, Boone made seven or eight people miss.
Many cuts, many contacts.
Just a pinball.
Strong.
And he is a strong runner. He's not somebody you're going to be able to arm tackle. You're going to have to bring the boom. You're going to have to lower your shoulders, get in a great breakdown position, and put pads on.
But now Mount Blue needs to toughen up. They can
So
allow
first
him.
and goal here from the 9 for Fryeburg.
There it is. That's what I was talking
Ball's
about.
on the ground, but there's a flag. We're going to see what the scenario is. Yeah, there's 12 men on the field for the Cougars, and that's a problem.
Well, it's my old number 58.
So a 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, that hurt. That ball was on the ground. Good chance for the Cougars. And
yeah, bad snap scenario. And
no.
So now they've got 11 on the field.
Someone thought it was
Well,
goal
it makes
line.
a first and goal from the 5.
That happens. Yeah, they really need to limit those long runs by Boone. He's going to get some, obviously.
Boone's lined up at quarterback now. He's going to hand to Ian Canuzzi, and he's going to get down.
He'll get right
and he's
into
going to
the
get
end
in the
zone.
end zone.
Iakozeli is he's the kind of the power back to Boone's speed, but he's not a slouch himself. He'll bring the boom when he runs the ball.
And they brought Boone in to play quarterback. That's a little bit of hesitation because you assume he's running one side or the other. Hands the ball off right straight up the middle.
Yeah. And this kicker for Fryeburg is solid. He's a pretty good. He's got a good boot on him.
So Ted Carter with the kick. And he missed it wide left.
Wide left.
He hit 4 against Skowhegan, and he misses. That
had plenty of distance, etc.
Good try.
About 3:22 in the first quarter. Fryeburg Academy jumps out 6-0 on the Cougars. And, you know, it was still based on that big run by Boone. And the 12 men on the field hurt right there.
Yeah,
the
that
ball's on the
12 men on
ground.
the
That's a
field.
negative 6 or 8 yard play if they recover.
That could have swung the momentum for the Cougars on that. But second game of the year.
So they're going into the third possession now. Gary has shown that he can throw the football. We've shown that we can run the football a little bit. So
And we can
I think
stop
the
on
playbook
defense.
starts to expand from here.
Carter Meter and Cannon Smith deep for the return.
Against
So
Skowhegan,
Truist Wenley to kick off.
against
Meter and
Skowhegan,
Smith
they were doing a lot of squib kicks, and it's interesting on that first one he kicked it deep, and with Carter's return, I wonder if he'll do that again.
Well, there's a hole in the middle for sure.
Oh.
He's
They're
going to
kicking
go
away
deep
from
towards
Meter.
Cannon Smith, and Cannon going to pick it up at about the 10 and start running. Made a couple miss, and he's going to lunge forward and bring it out to about the 21-yard line. 19-yard line, I guess they're going to mark it.
Brought down by number 10.
And third possession here for the Cougars.
Johnson. It's going to bring up first down for the Cougars. About the 15-yard line.
Well, let's
So-
see how Mount Blue answers.
First and 10 on the 19 with 3:12 here in the first quarter. So in that last drive by Fryeburg started with a big punt return too. So Mount Blue's playing a field possession game. Couple of Cougars run into each other there. And almost left it up for an interception.
Number 11, Cannon Smith.
Actually, I want to see that again. I think Boone just pushed him in. He pushed in Carter Meter into the pass. There it is.
So Meter came up to block him. It was going to be the little bubble screen. And
Boone
was just
recognized
faster
it.
to the point than Meter was. Brings up second down and 10.
Yeah, that just shows you a good player. He recognized that right away and just collapsed on it.
Snap to Harkins, inside handoff. Kuzno's going to pile forward.
Inside handoff. Number 25, Reed Kuzno.
And no gain.
It is tough sledding against that veteran defensive line.
Yeah.
Brings up third and 10 here.
Right now, definitely Fryeburg is owning their line of scrimmage.
Our Cougar cheerleaders down there are plenty loud and proud tonight as they're cheering. You can hear that at Hannaford. Good job. So third and 10 at 2:36 here in the first quarter. Harkins back to pass. He's going to air it out down the corner, and he's going to have Meter.
There's the flag all day long.
They're going to throw the ball. But Meter kind of ran away from Peter Bruno, and he was there.
I think he reached out.
Oh, he's holding
There's the
it.
hand. He reached out. He's holding him
Yeah.
all the way.
He kind of had to because they were even.
He was beat.
That was a
They were even
touchdown.
at the 40, and that was a 5-yard split by the time the 50
He was
rolled
beat.
around. Great
Yeah.
route by Meter. And
That was a good ball. That
from
was a
Harkins.
good ball. Yes,
Sure
it was. Line gave good time. I mean, I haven't seen on pass plays yet where there's been a lot of pressure on Harkins.
No, line gave
The
him
line's
time to
holding
throw.
up well.
If you're throwing the ball 30 or 40 yards downfield, you got to have time to do that.
Yeah.
So a 10-yard penalty is going to move the ball out, or 15 yards out to the 34. First and 10 for the Cougars. Quick handoff. Reed Kuzno is going to burst forward, and he's going to pick up about 4 or 5.
That was a good push on that left side following Joey Hayden up in there. That's what we needed. We needed a good play on first down after that penalty.
Yeah,
Well, that's going to give
Little
Fryeburg
chunks.
something to think about, too, because Mount Blue just told them, hey, we can go down the field and be vertical if we need to. So you may see those linebackers slightly loosen up a little bit here. Second 6 here for the Cougars. Ball on their own 38. 1:43 on the clock. Got whistles. Yep, now we're going to go back to action.
Fryeburg's bringing everybody up. They don't even have a free safety back.
Nice cut right there by Reed Kuzno, and he's going to rush for first down yardage and pick up 7.
Kuzno is the first down.
Needed 6, got 7, so first down Cougars.
Boy, that was a nice
was a
cut
nice
when
one.
he ran
Downhill,
up
just a-
inside. And I'll tell you what,
Just a shift.
once he gets into that secondary, he's a load to bring down.
Joe Hayden was 5 yards downfield pushing people. And, you know, a lot of times we have conversations about who can and can't play at the next level and that type of stuff. I can tell you number 60 can.
Correct.
And I'm not the only one. So first down yardage. Hand off the other way to Kuzno.
Nice inside hole.
And he just makes it not fun to tackle him. He's a strong runner. And when the line opens a hole like that, when the line opens this up, he's just a full head of steam. And nobody wants to just lay there.
That was just there was no pull on
But
that, was there? Just head on,
If you,
head
if
up,
you
block
look right back here, Coach, 53, Kaltamba off the Fryeburg Academy D-line there, one of their strong defensive linemen got pancaked by Joe Hayden, and that's where the hole opened.
So 2nd and 5, ball sits right at midfield. 30 seconds left in the quarter. Hand off to Dylan Gray. Dylan can't get outside. He'll get tackled right at the 50. And that's probably going to do it for the first quarter as we got 17 seconds and rolling down. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 5.
Yeah, Wenley did a good job for Fryeburg there, coming up out of that defensive secondary and really shutting that play down.
All right, so that's going to end it here in the first quarter. Fryeburg 6, Mont Bleu 0.
All right, the end of your first quarter.
Mount Blue TV Sports is brought to you by these generous sponsors. Origin USA, built to believe. Edward Jones Financial Advising. Franklin County Children's Task Force. Literacy Volunteers of Franklin and Somerset Counties. Maine Health. Maine Retirement Annuities. The Rotary Club of Farmington. Skowhegan Savings Bank. Jocko Fuel. Hard work, clean fuel, no excuses.
So back here at Caldwell Field to start the second quarter. Fryeburg Academy Raiders 6, Mont Bleu 0, but Mont Bleu driving. Ball on the 50. So that first quarter went quick, but Mont Bleu was in it the whole time.
Correct. And the beauty of this team as I see them right now is that this team they're not going to roll over for
No,
anybody. This is
no.
a different football team.
They have an attitude.
So 3rd
we
and
like.
5 from the 50. Harkins back, gets the ball. Quick handoff. Gray makes a cut, makes a couple of people miss. He's keep pushing forward. Dylan Gray is going to go forward, but a penalty flag comes in.
Tough yards, gained about 4. Flag on the play.
Oh, they're going to call him for aiding the runner.
Flag for
That's kind of a.
pushing the pile, assisting the runner.
All I can say is
Yeah, aiding the runner is called.
when you've got a scrum like
If you
that,
had-
that's
yeah,
pretty.
He was still flopping around. He was working
He
his
was
way
driving.
down.
So it's going to be 3rd and 9.
Well, it's better than 4th, I guess.
I
Give
can't
another
believe
shot.
they're pushing him back.
I can't either.
No, it would have been 4th and
They gained 3 yards.
4th and 3, or
Right.
you push him back and give him a 3rd down again.
So, I mean, now you're risking them getting a first down. I don't know.
I hope we make them pay on that.
I hope so.
Harkins back to pass. Looks around, he's going to snap it out, and it just goes away from Meter, but Cannon Smith was flying down the sideline without a soul on him.
I think they jumped, too. They assumed he was going to do the out, and I'll bet you
I know what happens next.
Coach Collins
picked up on that quick.
Picked up on that.
I'm sure Gary would like to have that ball back, because down that sideline he had Cannon Smith all alone. But Meter back to punt now for the Cougars. He's going to boom, and they're going to pick it up cleanly. Boone catches it. He's going to cut outside. Cannon Smith.
Cannon Smith, a beautiful open field tackle.
So Cannon Smith stayed, and Emmett Bailey helped him, and that's the first time we've seen Boone go down on first contact.
I will admit, we were all comfortable in here until the ref decided to turn the lights on, Mr. Levitt.
Coach Levitt. I still call him Coach Levitt from way back.
Yeah. What's wrong with the little light there? Oh, no. We got a halftime.
You know you're
adventure.
old if you coach me in football
He coached
when
me too.
I was little, right?
So, first and 10
It's the only way he got away with it.
for Fryeburg Academy on their own 46-yard line. We need a stop right here if you're Mount Blue. Get the ball back.
Absolutely.
They sent Roman Gaukowski out on Boone and Meter deep, so they got cover 2 on the outside on Boone. Empty backfield coming down the near sideline. Ball's thrown up, and it's going to fall incomplete.
Oh, he's going to call that.
And they're going to call a penalty.
Cannon Smith, and I
And
want
we're
to
going to
see
watch
this
this
again.
on replay because they
He
absolutely not.
Where did he touch him?
At least
Where did
live,
he touch him?
absolutely not. He's got a right to the ball, same as
He
the
never
receiver
touched
does.
him. Didn't even put out his arm. Nothing.
bad call.
Just ran with him. That was an absolute terrible call.
So it's going to wind up a first down.
Coach Levitt over there wearing the zebra stripes.
If I recall, he threw a flag on one of my defensive players because he was too aggressive. I remember that. Delano.
So 15 yards down. And it's going to be first down for Fryeburg at the Mount Blue 39-yard line.
And that's tough.
And again, Cannon, that's a sophomore. Right. Coverage deep against the senior. So
And he was there.
He was
and
there.
he was
there,
just
step for
running
step.
with him.
Step by step.
And that ball really wasn't catchable either.
Here comes jet sweep.
Inside handoff on a jet sweep. It's going to be
almost like
taken down immediately.
It's almost like they're running a jet sweep option, aren't they? As soon as the first hole he sees, he turns it up.
I think that's what it is. They're running till he sees a hole and then he turns.
Sam Ratcliffe fills that hole pretty well. Had Gaukowski come up from underneath and Sam Ratcliffe from the top and stop for a 1-yard gain. Brings up second and 9. 10:41 in a running clock here in the second quarter.
Max Steele's in the game for Mount Blue.
And it's against.
False start on the offense.
Okay.
Good thing, because that was a low snap.
The line judge.
Robbie Hazelwood was screaming on a post route.
The line judge over there he gave the false start signal but pointed at Mount Blue initially, so he had me going a little bit. I was like, whoa, defense can't do that.
So second and 14 here for Fryeburg. Decent crowd here tonight for the Cougars, especially in the kids section, in the high school section. Snap back, inside handoff to Boone. He goes around the end, makes a second cut.
There's a hold.
Just
Yeah,
keeps
that
running.
one's coming back. It's coming
But
back.
that's going to result in a hold way back here by the 45.
Mount Blue had a stunt on this side.
Yeah, Dylan Gray was in the backfield, but it
quick.
went right away from him.
I know.
They're going to come back to the original line. talk about a penalty.
Yeah, hold is that's not from where the spot of the hold is when they is it in high school? Yeah.
So that's
Spot of the foul.
going to bring it back to the 46 of the Raiders, and it's going to be second down and about 23, 22.
Yeah, we gotta. This is Mount Blue really has to take advantage
Yeah.
of this right here, and
Quinn Ryan, another sophomore covering receiver on this side, and there's a blitz straight
Oh,
up.
yeah.
Dylan Gray
Oh.
had him, and you just can't tackle Boone, and then he gets taken down.
Pressure brought out the middle by the Cougars, number 25. Brought down by
Quinn Ryan,
Quinn
a
Ryan
sophomore,
came from the
up.
corner and finished that play. What a great play by Quinn.
You want to play as
See,
a
Emmett
sophomore?
Bailey gets a hold of him, starts to hold him. We've got guys all over, and Quinn Ryan comes up to the belly button. So help underneath and help on the middle.
Excellent tackle by the sophomore. That was all sophomores.
Yes.
All sophomores on that tackle.
So that's going to bring up third and about 25, as they didn't gain anything there.
Oh, they didn't catch it, but that
Trying to come across the middle and through the hands.
yeah, Wenley moved early on that play, and they didn't catch it. He took off before the ball was snapped.
But Arneson throws across, can't quite connect with Boone. It's going to bring up a 4th and 25. Punt situation. Carter Meter's going to drift deep for the Cougars. He had a good punt return last time. It's a nice punt, spiraled down. Meter's going to have to play it at about the 15. Makes a cut outside.
Oh,
A flag's going to get thrown, and we have replay.
flag. Carter Meter with the return. Flag on the play.
So we're going to watch the block here that they called it on.
the head was on the right side. I don't know what the issue was on that block. I mean, his helmet is in front. It doesn't matter where his shoulder pad is. His helmet is on the front of the body.
So it's going to be first down Cougars, 8:23 on the clock. They're going to mark off 10 from where the penalty occurred.
Oh, he called it a hold.
He called it a hold. Yeah.
Well,
Flag on the play was called holding.
our in-the-booth referee is perplexed.
Oh, he threw it right
And
at.
that's referee judges are perplexed
He
too.
threw it right at Quinn Ryan, who was.
I know it.
One that hit.
He dropped it right at him. There's a little tear in his cider there. I don't know.
So,
It's going sour. We're getting a little vinegar out of it.
either way, Mount
He's
Blue's
scowling
pushed
over
way
there.
back to the 5-yard line. First and 10 from the 5. Inside handoff. Dylan Gray is going to give him a little bit
Running
of breathing room,
downhill.
bring it out beyond the 10.
That looked good from this angle. That's downhill run.
That was straight up power. Dylan runs hard though.
Dylan
Look at
does
him.
run hard. He's
Look
low
at that.
center of gravity, and
What's the one thing I always was complaining about? Linemen standing up. We are not standing up. We are firing out.
Well, I will tell you that they are doing the Oklahoma shoot now in
Well,
practice.
Look
So
at their three-point stance. They're
staying
leaning on
low.
their hand a little bit.
putting
where
a
they
little pressure
should.
on it, getting
That's
a little
right.
white knuckle.
Oh, very good.
so let's see if the defense got in the neutral zone first.
They pull them off.
2nd and 6 here for the Cougars.
They are.
they're
It's
gonna
against
be-
the defense.
Encroachment on the defense as they jumped into that neutral zone. Mount Blue State, it's so important to be able to go on multiple counts.
Right. It's just a world of difference.
So 2nd and 2 here. The ball comes out to the 16, 7:31 on a running clock. Mount Blue down 6-0. Cannon Smith comes near side. Wide split, Dylan Gray in the backfield.
Oh, and we just gave the 5 back to him.
Got a false start on Mount Blue.
On the Cougars, gonna back him up 5.
Joey Hayden there, you're going to see him do just ever so slightly.
I don't care if you're
I'd
doing
have
a
said the
jumping
wind
jack.
pushed me.
I don't care if you're doing a
Wind's
jumping
blowing.
jack or you're just flinching. Same penalty is going to get called.
Yeah.
Timeout called on the field. Gives us a chance to talk about our sponsors a little bit. Origin, Jocko Fuel, Maine Health, Franklin County Children's Task Force, Edwin Jones Financial Services, Skowhegan Savings Bank, Maine Retirement Annuities, Rotary Club, and Literacy Volunteers. Make sure when you're in town you talk to our sponsors and tell them you appreciate being able to watch the Cougars on Mount Blue TV.
So I need to interject for a second because this is going to be an ongoing conversation all year. The water is real low right now, so I need to know. Are there any salmon?
There are no salmon in Temple Stream. I will say,
if you're going to see one, now's the time.
I will
gotta be-
say
I gotta
that
be
my
honest. Yes.
brother who is retired, was out with his dog, walking down Temple Stream. There was an environmentalist came down and said, "I don't think there'll be any salmon here this year." My brother said, "Do you think?"
I saw 3 salmon at Hannaford.
At Hannaford's.
Oh,
Jet sweep across. Roman Galkowski, and he's going to get dragged down.
That's gonna be
Roman keeps his feet.
That's going to be
That's going to be in the face mask or
Yep.
horse collar area. But Roman Galkowski kept his feet. He's a strong young man.
Oh, and he's fast.
And you could see as soon as the defender went up around the head, they
Yep.
threw the flag.
I feel as though he should have cut it up in there sooner. He shouldn't have been in that predicament. The block was there.
So they'll mark off a face mask against Fryeburg.
Well, I went with a 5.
The inadvertent variety.
5-yard penalty, so it's going to bring up 2nd and short.
after all these penalties back and forth, we're back to 2nd and short.
Right, we're back to 2nd, too.
Longest 2nd down I think I've ever seen.
This 2nd down, it's like we'll complete the game next Wednesday when it becomes 3rd down. So Dane Cousineau deep now for the Cougars. Not Dane, Reed rather. Reed gets the ball and he's going to be hit immediately. He's probably going to be dropped for about a 2 or 3 yard loss. As there was a lot of penetration in the middle of that line.
What I want to look at, though,
Oliver Nay.
if you watch everybody, they're collapsing into the middle. Last week, I saw, if you watch the game, they did that handoff, and Harkins kept it and did a bootleg. And I wonder if they continue to crash hard like that, if we don't see that from the Cougars.
So it's 3rd and 4 now for the Cougars. Ball at their own 15. It's a big play. We need a new set of downs.
Yes,
here.
we do.
Set.
Ball's on the ground. There's a scrum. The ball's on the ground. We're going to see who has it. That's a turnover for Mount Blue.
That's not what we wanted.
No, you can see the ball was really never in anybody's hands. And it just kind of got kicked forward. Once it's kicked into that line of scrimmage, you're not getting down there in the mud to get it.
Yeah, and that hurts. That hurts. At worst,
And once again, it's Mike Stancy. He just
Yeah.
does a lot on defense for sure.
At worst, the Cougars would have been able to boot that out of there and
Right, change field
regroup on
possession a little
defense.
bit. So instead, it's going to be 1st down and 10 for Fryeburg from Mount Blue 17.
And this is how Fryeburg beat Skowhegan, too. Skowhegan's mistakes led to Fryeburg's scores.
Inside handoff. Dykazili again, and he's going to run 4 or 5. And you've noticed that's the 3rd or 4th time I've seen Ty Boone in a quarterback.
Right. And it gives a scary look because you've got the best athlete on the other team who can now run it, hand it, and he can throw it, too.
And he's obviously smart enough to run it that RPO scenario.
Right.
I mean, you see his cuts, you see his running lanes. It's not the first time he's been around a football. Handed inside again. There's Joey Hayden. And Matt Wrigley wrap him up.
16, number 60, Joey Hayden with the tackle.
That's going to pick up about 2, and it's going to be 3rd and 6 here. Our defensive ends need to stay home because I think you're right. At some point, Boone's going to put it in somebody's belly, pull it back
Correct.
out, and head for the corner.
And, you know, looking at a 3rd and 6 or so, this might be the spot where he's going to do it.
He takes it himself, and he's around that corner. He's going to scoot to the end zone. There is a flag down. We'll see what the flag is.
And I think they're going to get number 17, Ted Carter, for holding on the outside there.
Holding on the Raiders is going to bring that back.
So that hold's going to bring that score back. We go back to about where we started.
Do you see?
3rd down and about 7 here.
I think 67 out there playing is James Davis, because I don't see 83, and I knew that he was working at guard. So that may be James Davis, Jimmy Davis. There's a name that's known for a linebacker at Mount Blue.
I'll tell you, and this next generation right here is a very good player too. Boone's going to go down. That's a group.
Host of tacklers brings down number 2 with another flag on the play.
So we're going to see what the flag is.
I think it's holding.
But Boone has, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Cougars, and you'll see him peel off out of there.
I think they let go, though, maybe.
They very well could have because the whistle had blown. Coach Collins has a decision to make here. Do you push him back or?
4th down.
They declined the penalty, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's a good call.
Big spot here for Mount Blue.
Now those defensive ends truly have to contain
Fryeburg hasn't
everything.
shown yet they can throw the football, so our ends aren't going to be rushing right to the backfield
Correct.
to make a great sack. They need to stay home here because Boone has shown when he sees an ounce, he tries to take a mile. You
And
know?
the key here
They're gonna
is
kick it.
when you get your hands
Oh,
on
they're
them,
gonna
bring
attempt
them
a
down.
field goal.
All right.
Fryeburg calls a timeout. They're going to think about that. Big spot here for Mount Blue.
With the boot we saw earlier, even though it was inaccurate,
Right,
this
it might have
kid
been
can,
wide left, but he would have had some distance for sure. But I will say this, Mount Blue's not backing down. They're not getting pushed around. Nobody's taking their lunch money.
100%.
And that's
100%.
a big difference to me.
Yeah, it's a game. They're in it. They're in it, and they know it.
It's a different attitude. This is a different attitude. Which is, I love it. I love it.
And looking at 67, I would say that is James Davis. When he played for me, he literally broke his elbow. But that happened like in the 2nd quarter. He caught a couple of touchdowns and then came back the next day and said, yeah, I think my elbow is broken. I have to go to the hospital. So here's a 4th and 7. It's going to be an attempt to kick here by Ted Carter.
And Ty Boone's
Boone
the
is the
holder.
holder, so
we got to
pay
pay attention to
attention.
that. That's
There's a kick, and it is good.
And the kick is good.
So Ted Carter drills about a 40-yard field goal, makes it 9-0. But, you know, when you have the ball at the 13 or 14-yard line and you
put it on
give
the
up
ground.
3 versus 7, that's kind of a win for Mount Blue. Points are
100%,
points.
yeah.
But if you can keep them from putting
but
the
instead
big
of
number.
instead of 12 or potentially 13 or 14 to nothing,
Because at one
it's
point,
9.
Boone was in the end zone.
Right.
Right.
It was a penalty that brought it back, but
So we got 4
that's
minutes
a win
to march
for the Mount
it down,
Blue
stick
defense.
it in, make it a game here. Because let's not forget, Fryeburg gets the ball at the start of the 2nd half.
100%. That is correct.
So
We need to,
4:04 here in the 2nd quarter.
We got the time.
Fryeburg's ready to kick off.
At one point, the Mount Blue's going to click, and it's just going to start
Charles
rolling.
Wenley does the kicking duties, and Carter does the extra point and field goal duties.
Carter Meter, Cannon Smith lead for the return.
They
There's
kick the
the
ball and
squib.
squib it across. It's going to be taken by Reed Kuzno up front. Reed's going to put his head down and head upfield and bring it out to the 40. So we'll take that, Mount Blue. Good starting field position.
There was that squib kick, but fortunately for the Cougars, it went right to Kuzno.
Right, it hopped up to Reed, and he just
They could pay for that
immediately
if
went
he gets
forward.
just a break. We know he can take it to the house.
Absolutely. Very strong young man.
Good crowd here tonight.
Carter
I
Smith.
see a Cody Gould walking by. He's headed in the Marine Corps here in another couple weeks.
Forward progress going to put him almost back to the line of scrimmage. Dylan Gray on the carry. There's just not a lot on that left side when they pinch in. Joey Hayden has this guy
Push back.
several yards downfield. But the problem is Joey snowplowed them downfield, and they're coming
They
in the
fold in
backside
behind
and they
him.
fold. So
Once again, though, Dylan's got to recognize that, and he can jump cut a little bit and kind of find a lane there.
We need that quick pitch, dive quick pitch.
That looked like a miscommunication. It looked
Yeah.
like Cannon Smith was
Cannon
going
was
on an
doing
in, and
Should have been more of a
Gary
running
was
a
throwing
go
a
route,
post.
so. But we got to be okay with them trying to mix it up a little bit and
Right.
throw the football.
Yeah, we got to loosen it up somehow.
And
It's gotta
Gary
be
can
3rd
throw
and
the
10
ball.
from 39.
Gary can put the ball out there. So
3:05 left here in the first half. Back again. Going to throw it up the meter, and it's going to get batted down. Charles Wenley knocks the ball down. And I think Meter
got
was
tipped,
by him. He just had to come back for the ball.
yeah, Gary should have let it go a little bit earlier.
That's over
He
that
was getting
defender.
hit
at
as he
6.
threw, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of pressure on him that time. So Carter Meter back now to punt. And he's going to pick it up and run. And Meter's going to be dragged down very short of the first down.
Iacozzi was all over that one, though.
I like the
It
call,
looked
though.
good. It looked good at first, but Iacozzi really closed that gap quickly. I do like the call.
Playing to win.
So they're going to – Fryeburg will take over at the Mount Blue 41-yard line. 2:54 on the clock here in the second quarter.
And what you know, if the Cougars hold right here, that sends a message to Fryeburg. We're not afraid of you.
Right.
Yeah, we're going to figure you out.
Right.
We're going to pound the ball down your throat.
So now they've got Benny Arneson back in at the quarterback slot, and Boone's gone back into slot left. So they're playing around a little bit with who is and isn't touching the football. Empty backfield. We've got a false start right here. And that's going to push Fryeburg back.
Oh,
To the 46-yard line.
Arneson seemed like he was a little nervous on that play. He was dancing around there pretty good.
Chandler, the tight end, was the one who moved on that. And I don't know if he was watching Hazelwood on the outside because the defensive line never moved, and he just kind of rocked on his own.
So it sets back up here. Back to pass, little inside. Cut to Boone. And he's going to get about 13 of the 15 back. You watch him. He just never takes 2 steps in a row in the same direction.
Yeah.
He just, there it is. Whoop, 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 whoop. Now he's going to bounce back out. He just.
34-yard line.
I prefer him not to score any points, but he's fun to watch. play
He
the
is
game.
fun to watch.
Sorensen back throws the exact same play again to Boone in the same spot.
Ball's out,
This time
ball's
the ball's
out.
on the ground, and it's going to be recovered
Pops up, but it's recovered.
by Fryeburg. Joey Hayden had a shot
He
at it. He
had
just
it.
didn't see it squirt out.
You watch right here. He's carrying that ball out away from his
Dylan
body
Gray
right
just-
there.
Dylan Gray with a nice pop, and he chopped down.
Make some noise for your Cougar.
And it's 3rd and 3. Quick cut inside. Iannuzzi
Nothing.
comes up with it.
Nothing.
But he's going to get stopped.
And he's met number 5, met at the line of scrimmage by a host.
That was big Joe Hayden again.
Joey Hayden.
Fills the gap and just pinches it off. So it's going to be 4th and 3 here. I think they might be a little bit out of field goal range, as this would be about a 42, 43 yard. The last one was 37, I want to say.
From the kick, this would be about a 50-yarder.
Yeah. So a minute and 20 seconds on the clock. Timeout's called by Fryeburg Academy. This is a huge play on 4th and 3.
Joey
Just
Hayden came
go
to
into
play
halftime
tonight.
saying, hey, we're playing with these guys. Yeah, Joey just both sides of the ball right now. He's just a force. But I think he'd love to have sat down on that ball versus having to rattle off his feet. And sometimes the ball's going one direction, you're going the other.
Yeah.
It looks like it'd be easy to just reach down and grab it. But momentum on both sides. takes care
With
of
his
that for you.
cat-like reflexes, he should have had it. It's something us linemen always dream about.
Just reach
The
down with your hand,
one-handed
pick it up.
grab, right. Where's my stickum?
So
Steele's
Max
going
Steele
in.
coming in on defense for Daniel Blovelt.
If you're going to run the ball like that, you just got to have a little minutia in your felucia. You know? You got to be able to put some stickum on your gickum. Boom.
No, I guess I don't
Pick
know.
it right up.
Honestly.
Now make some noise.
4th and 4. Short 4 here. Arneson back. Taking a look. He's got a quick outside throw. We're going to see what he calls it.
He's going to
Gonna
call that a
catch,
completion.
and that's going to be first down inside the 30 to about the 28-yard line.
It was close. Let's take a look.
Completed pass brings up a first down.
Oh, that's a
Yeah,
trap.
look,
That's a trap.
Okay.
that was going to be a trap if he caught it at his face mask standing up.
Would have been.
Iannuzzi inside handoff. Dylan Gray's got a hold of him, holds him up, and the group comes in. We're going to see what this penalty
And
is.
they're Mount Blue saying the ball was on the ground. We have a penalty flag.
Dylan Gray came up out of the pile with a football in his hand. We're going to look right here. Ball goes down. You see Gray jump down. He just rips it out of his hand.
So they now I got a question. Do you actually think that was aiding the
So
runner?
now they're getting aiding the runner on Fryeburg. That's going to be a 5-yard penalty.
That wasn't. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was.
That was both. That was a. Well, we did it to you. We're going to do it to them. That's a cheap call. Both on both sides.
Yeah, we got to look at it both ways. We can't be one-sided here. Well, we can be,
You
but
can't- I mean, how is
So
he?
55
aiding and
seconds on the
abetting?
clock running.
Listen to me.
It's going to be 1st and 13 for Fryeburg to the Mount Blue 30. Back to pass. Arneson pumps, looks outside. And the ball's caught to Boone, and he's going to run out of bounds at about the 29, 28-yard line.
Emmett Bailey on the coverage on that.
And it's going to bring up 2nd and a long 5 here. Getting out of bounds, stop the clock with 30 seconds. Now they've shown, though, they can get in field goal range versus having to go to the end zone,
Right.
too. So might change the way Fryeburg plays it a little here. Don't know what the discussion is. Fryeburg's coach is out on the field.
Discussion, the push tush. Tush push, whatever we're calling it.
There's a discussion going on.
It's going to bring up about 2nd and 5.
I think they're going to add some more time to the clock.
That's a lot more.
That's too much.
I don't think the lights are helping him none.
So the officials add 9 seconds and make it 39 seconds left. Arneson back to pass again. He gets taken down. Matthew Wrigley. Matthew Wrigley takes him down after about a 2-yard gain. Going to bring up third and a long 3, short 4. Fryeburg calls their final timeout.
Good coverage downfield for the Cougars. Arneson really had nowhere to go with that.
Yeah, and Mount Blue came kind of in streaks. They broke through at different times and forced him up in the pocket, and Wrigley could backdoor it and pull him down just in front of the line of scrimmage. So,
Hey, Freiburg's a hard team to tackle. You know, they're stout, they're strong, they got a good base. And it's not like Mount Blue is doing all arm tackles. They're bringing the wood.
Right.
You know.
well, as Coach Darrenville said earlier in the game, very seasoned team.
Yeah.
With a seasoned team comes age. 18-year-olds, 16-year-olds, two different beasts.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
You know, so I mean, it's you got to be technically correct on some of it, or you're not bringing them down. That's simple. So, 21.2 seconds on the clock. 4th and 4 here.
They're going to
Anderson
go
back, and there's a pump. And the receiver fell. There's 2 flags in the backfield.
Right through Galkowski's hands. I don't think he was
They're going to
expecting
call
it.
holding, and Mount Blue's going to refuse it, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
illegal procedure.
Oh, procedure penalty. Procedure's going to be different. That's an automatic call.
Procedural penalty against Fryeburg. Got to back him up 5.
Roman Golkowski had a chance to pick that one
he
off.
did.
Hit him right in the breadbasket.
Right in the weak spot. His hands. I think it surprised him. He looked up and he's like, oh, this
He
is a
was
ball.
surprised because what happened, Boone kind of slid when he did it,
Yeah.
and the ball went right to Golkowski.
So 4th and 8 here. 23.8 seconds on the clock. And it's another 4th down here for the Cougars. Defense. You see Coach Moore walking out towards the stripes, hollering to his defensive lineman.
He's done so much to change the strength attitude, the positive
Absolutely.
attitude and the strength of this football team.
Arneson back. Goes across the middle of Boone. That's going to be a horse collar tackle.
That's going to be a horse collar.
You guessed it, number 2 with the catch.
Says Ty Boone again in the middle of the field.
And that was just really a beautiful deep slant,
It was a
and
great
he was
slant.
wide
It was
open.
a great throw. Hit him right in stride.
I mean, and yes, it was a horse collar, but he prevented the touchdown.
He did.
So you're going to go half the distance.
We'll
They're gonna
take
be about
after the
2.5
distance with
yards out.
14 seconds left.
14 seconds. Make some noise for your Cougars!
Uh-oh, run straight to the sidelines
Oh, and he's brought down.
for a loss.
Boone gets taken down by Dylan Gray.
Loss, number 5.
Gray came from that slot. No timeout here.
Some noise! That was a false.
Spikes the ball with 1.4 seconds left. So 1.4 seconds left on the clock. Where they sat. Do we have a replay on that?
I don't think they sat, but I don't think they had enough people on the
No, I
line of
think they're running
scrimmage,
it out.
actually.
No, I don't think that team was entirely set. There was 6 or 7 in the backfield. They're still getting there. But either way, it's going to be 1.4 seconds left and one play from the 4-yard line.
I would imagine they're
this
going to
half.
kick a field goal here and make it 12. But, you know, either way at this point, Fryeburg knows they're in a football game right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is a little different
Yeah,
here.
they're scrambling.
So we're going to see what they're going to set up here. They look like they're setting up for a field goal.
And you got a kicker like that, you might as well take the points. If
You will, but you've got Boone holding it, and at any given time, he can go from one knee to gonzo. Kicks up, and good.
Yeah. You don't have it listed, but I don't think yes, okay. Thank you.
So, Fryeburg tacks on 3, and at the end of the first half, it is 12-0 Fryeburg. We'll be back to Caldwell Field following halftime.
Mount Blue TV Sports is brought to you by these generous sponsors. Origin USA, built to believe. Edward Jones Financial Advising. Franklin County Children's Task Force. Literacy Volunteers of Franklin and Somerset Counties. Maine Health. Maine Retirement Annuities. The Rotary Club of Farmington. Skowhegan Savings Bank. Jocko Fuel. Hard work, clean fuel, no excuses.
Retirement is your reward for decades of hard work. During your career, you arrived early and stayed late. You sacrificed and saved and carefully followed the route you built for your financial future. And as your success clearly shows, you met every challenge. Now it's time to enjoy life more than you ever have before. Retirement is all about spending time with the people you love while filling your days with the activities you enjoy.
My name is Kirk Doyle, and my clients want a financial advisor that is proactive in reaching out to them and ensuring that they're engaged in the process. I'm not a reactive advisor who is constantly responding to ever-changing market conditions. Rather, my clients and I create a long-term strategy that addresses short-term, medium, and long-term needs and puts a specific plan in place to address all phases of life. I can develop a solutions-based approach tailored to your individual goals and provide exceptional service. I'd love to hear from you if you're looking to build a long-term relationship with a local financial advisor.
You are at your place of work really resonates with who you are as a person.
The opportunity to grow here is never ending. I mean, everybody has an input, everybody's voice is heard, I think.
And that I feel is a big piece of why we are considered to be a best place to work. We are an open book, an open door, and always there for our employees.
Thank you for making us one of the best places to work in Maine.
If you're enjoying tonight's broadcast, you too can help support Mount Blue TV's live stream coverage of local sports and local events. If you're watching on our Boxcast channel, below the stream you can simply scroll down and click on the donate button, which will bring up a window for you to make a one-time donation of any amount. If you're accessing through our website, or if you'd like to make a donation at another time, you can go to mountbluetv.org, click on donations, and you can make a contribution there. We appreciate any support to help us continue to bring viewers like you quality coverage of community events.
Good morning. Nice. And thank you everyone for joining us, and as we celebrate the dedication of the Peace Pole. So we come together to today to dedicate this Peace Pole, now one of more than 200,000 in 180 countries, which is pretty cool. So a Peace Pole is an internationally recognized symbol of the hopes and dreams of the entire human family, standing vigil in silent prayer for peace on earth.
It's really hard to go anywhere in this community without seeing the effects of Rotary everywhere from this park all the way around. It makes me proud to be here this morning, to have this in our community. It just shows the continued work that you guys do and what you bring to our community. And Farmington is definitely a much better place because of the Rotary Club.
You know, here to have the Peace Pole and the languages that were selected locally really help us reflect in a more global sense. You know, so think locally, but act globally, and that's exactly what Rotary does. So what a fantastic representation of what we all believe in and what we're supporting, and to have it right here in the town of Farmington in a place of, you know, reflection.
Peace will take more than one lifetime to achieve. It's larger than all of us. Never be discouraged by the pathways it takes to achieve peace. This Peace Pole is a symbol to use for quiet reflection, conversation, meditation, and a gathering place for friendship, an invitation to join a movement. Many layers, many facets. It's a symbol to go forth and be peaceful, to share with everyone in our community what brings us together is more important than what brings us apart.
I've lived in Franklin County all my life. I've worked the land, raised a family, and have the privilege of serving the community in many different ways. But there's one thing I've learned, that peace doesn't come from speeches or from politics. It comes from how we treat one another every single day. It's about being a good neighbor, lending a hand, listening even when we don't agree. This Peace Pole that we are dedicating today may look simple, but it carries a message. May peace prevail on earth. It's something that we all understand. And more importantly, it's something that we all can have a part in making happen. It starts in towns like ours.
The color purple of the drape you see symbolizes peace. So, at this time, I'd like you to join Farmington Rotary as we unveil the second Peace Pole of District 7790, following Presque Isles that was unveiled in June. Let this symbol be a shared commitment to peace, in words, in service, and in action.
My name is Matthew Swan. I'm the president of the board of the Farmington Ski Club. We had our 80-year-old lift fail on us this winter, and in the past we've been able to fix it over and over and over again due to creativeness and ingenuity and bubble gum and duct tape, and we got to the point where we just had to replace it. All the board got together, looked at everything that was happening with it, and said, yeah, we need a new lift. We explored options of used lifts and really came down to let's get something new that we know is going to last another 80 years. Thanks to all of our community and all of our donors, we now will be seeing a lift turning here this winter. It was pretty stressful. We didn't know how we were going to get the funding for it because a new lift is very expensive. We honestly weren't sure how we were going to be able to repair the old lift if we were going that route. So knowing that we had a pretty daunting task in front of us was just that, it was very daunting. And now here we are breaking ground for a brand new lift, which is really exciting. Get this hole started for Fall Line Construction, who is starting this coming week. Right. Let's go. Right. The excavator's coming in to dig the holes for the towers this coming week. That should be done within a week, so there'll be some holes up here on the lift line. In a couple weeks from now, we'll have the concrete contractors come in with the forms and the rebar and all the other connectors for the towers. That will be getting set, and probably at the end of September, the concrete will be poured. And then in early October, we'll start seeing the towers roll in, and as soon as they get here, they'll start getting put up. I've talked to numerous lift attendants who are so excited because they'll be able to talk to people now. We worked with CMP for the past 6 months getting three-phase here, and they've been great. They actually fast-tracked the project. Originally, we were kind of concerned we weren't going to be able to get three-phase here until at the very end when the lift was already installed. The three-phase is already here. It's already run to the transformer below the lodge, and all we need to do is bring the power up to the lift when it's installed. We're keeping the lift in pretty much the same location. We have had to clear a lot of trees on the T-bar line, mainly because the old line was pretty narrow and you couldn't actually fit a groomer up it. We took it upon ourselves, hey, we're getting this new lift, let's clean this lift line out and make it a much easier line to put that lift up and to be able to groom it during the winter time. So we had a lot of volunteers come in, cut down trees, haul the brush off, chip the brush, spread seed and hay. So we've got things starting to grow up there now. It's starting to look nice and green. We've had volunteers come in and help us on the repairs on lift 1 as well, which also needed some work. And so that's great. That is in a condition where we can run that now for a couple of years and not have to worry about it. We have over 900 members of the ski club. All kinds of volunteer help, weed whacking, mowing lawns, mowing the mountain. It's always great when we post work days. You can come and help out on a work day. It helps. It goes towards your season's pass in the wintertime. If you don't ski here and you just want to come and help out, reach out to myself or the general manager here, Barrett Evans. He's pretty much here every day. You can email either of us. You can reach us on Facebook. Give us a call at the lodge. There's all kinds of ways to reach out and find out what you can do to help. So we have a Pass Blast weekend coming up sometime in October. We also have a large mountain bike race happening in the end of October as well, which is going to be a really fun event. It's actually the championship for all the school mountain bike teams in the northern New England area. So anywhere from Massachusetts up to Maine, kids are going to be coming up here and racing on our single track, which is really exciting. It's impressive to see how our community rallies around a little ski area like us to make sure that we can continue offering skiing and snowboarding to the public and not have to raise our prices any. It's great how people come out and help.
The Daily Bulldog is Franklin County's independent, nonprofit, free-access digital newspaper. No paywall, no pop-ups, and loaded with local news. To keep it that way, the Daily Bulldog would appreciate your support. You can make a donation of any amount or sign up to be a monthly sponsor. Go to dailybulldog.com and find out more details about how you can support Franklin County's First News. Mount Blue TV Sports is brought to you by these generous sponsors. Origin USA, built to believe. Edward Jones Financial Advising. Franklin County Children's Task Force. Literacy Volunteers of Franklin and Somerset Counties. Maine Health. Maine Retirement Annuities. The Rotary Club of Farmington. Skowhegan Savings Bank. Jocko Fuel. Hard work, clean fuel, no excuses.
We're back here at Cougar. Back here at Caldwell Field, here at Mount Blue Cougars home. Hey, guys, I'm not mad about the first half.
No.
Obviously, I'd like to see it not be 12-0 Fryeburg, but
They're a
Mount
good
Blue
solid
in every
team.
aspect. Offense, defense, and special teams is right in the game. And frankly, obviously, I always hope the Cougars win every game they ever play. But I said this could be a big-time learning experience for these guys. And instead, we're playing with them. Still have a half of
We're
football
playing
to
them.
go.
We're playing
but we're
them.
playing with them.
Absolutely.
We're
you
getting
know,
our identity.
correct. Fryeburg knows they're in a football game right
Yeah,
now.
they do. They do.
So Fryeburg's going to receive the second half kickoff.
Fryeburg to receive the ball. 23.
So Cannon to kick off.
And number 2, Ty Boone, return to get.
There's the kick, and it's going to come up to about the 23. And Charles Wenley is going to bring the ball out to about the 37. It's going to be first down for Fryeburg. So this is a key series to me. Mount Blue has to keep the pressure on Fryeburg, create a turnover, make them punt, do something, but let them put points on the board.
Oh,
correct.
I think we're just a couple of halftime adjustments, and I think Coach Collins is definitely smart enough to anticipate what Fryeburg's adjustments are going to be, and we'll see how that pans out.
So Arneson hands the ball off.
There's one.
Well, I can tell you that's
Tommy
Thomas
Farmer. Tommy Farmer right there on the tackle.
Thomas Farmer came up and you saw his shoulder pad and the belly button. And
He got the biggest heart I've ever seen.
that's what stopped.
That boy goes.
A lot of superlatives, and there's another sophomore.
Correct.
A lot of superlatives for sure. But that's how you tackle a kid like Boone.
He wrapped the arms.
You got to hit him in the belly button and wrap.
Wrap your arms.
So a gain of nothing brings up 2nd and 10.
And they're going to try and put the ball in Boone's hands. You know, this is frustrating for this offense.
Looking for Boone down the sideline on a wheel route. Going to let it fly, and it's thrown out of bounds. We can see Boone coming from that jet formation. He came from jet right and never slowed down. You saw him turn, and he was doing a wheel route from the get-go.
Yeah, and that ball, if it was thrown to the inside, I think Joey Ratcliffe had a good shot at it, but the quarterback Arneson threw it over his head and out of bounds.
I think Smith's going to get on his wheel a little bit
he
faster
throws it
and
inside.
stay
Yeah,
over him.
Joey makes a play on that ball. There's a chance he picks it. At a minimum, knocks
Right.
it down. So 3rd and 10 here for Fryeburg.
It's a new formation. Let's look for the
They're
bubble
going
right
trips
here.
left to-
There it is.
He had to pull it back down. And Boone's going to pick up some.
And there is like extracurricular blocking going on everywhere.
I think they was just tripping over each other one.
And I'll tell you, when that play went out there, that was awful close to getting picked, and he had to hesitate, and that really blew up the play. Arneson could not.
Number 60 hit just that play. Emmett Bailey got sideswiped and driven at the end of that play by 60. A very unsportsmanlike play.
That's the second punt that Farmer's been in there on. He's so close.
Pick it, but it's going to be first down for the Cougars right at the 30.
Yeah, Thomas Farmer was right in there on that one.
The second punt he's done that on.
He's just got to have a little more confidence to
go for the foot.
Sell out and go for it.
So
Mount Blue's got to move the ball.
First chance with the ball here in the second half. Stack backfield, handoff to the second back. And Dylan Gray is going to pick up 11
right
on a quick
That's
hitter
a good
up the
run.
middle. It's a big run and a key block right there. Dane, I'm going to call Reed, but I'm going to call him Dane. 20 years from now, I'm going to still do the same thing. So just a great pickup in the backfield to split that linebacker, and that allowed him to get in behind the offensive lineman and ride him down the field. This is bad news for Mount Blue. Fryeburg's going to pick up the ball down at the 25.
And that he never had a chance on that one. That one just went right low.
Snap came out late to begin with.
I was expecting a timeout.
Then it was
everyone was in the box. I mean, everyone was in the box.
Yeah, they
There's
did.
no
Bring
way we had the
up.
right play called for that.
The snap was hurried there.
I mean.
So the defense back on the field and back to work here as Fryeburg has the ball at Mount Blue's 25.
And I think with everybody up there, the center got a little nervous, and that's tough. Tough
They're
sled.
going trips left. Now, last time they tried a bubble screen. This time, Anderson's going to keep it himself, and he's going to be brought down. And Dylan Gray comes up from that middle linebacker spot and makes the tackle.
I'm not sure Arneson wants to do that again. He got popped in good shape.
Gray had him.
He went
Matt
down
Wrigley
quickly.
had him in the backfield first. As soon as he cut inside him, he said,
that was a good pop
I
right
don't
there.
know. Here comes this Gray kid, and he's hitting me hard. So, but
that's
no gain on the play brings up second 10 from the 25.
That is what we're seeing from the Cougars tonight. We're seeing a team that we're going to – you might be better than us right now, but we're going to smack you in the mouth.
Yeah, we're getting better. We're getting better.
Inside handoff. And Nosey, what a play.
Yeah.
Another strong hit.
Dylan Gray
again.
Dylan Gray. Look at this,
watch
folks.
Gray come up, and he splits that B gap and just fires.
This is textbook tackling right here.
Save that
Boom.
video and use it
right
as an
there.
instruction.
Oh, beautiful tackle.
So it's third and a long 9, short 10 here for Fryeburg. And they've come out every play this half and gone to that trips on one side or the other.
But I'll tell you, Fryeburg uses a lot of time here on this. This is – where are we on the count?
I haven't seen the back judge throw a hand yet, so –
So they put Galkowski down here on Boone.
There's a quick outside slant. He's going to pick it up.
That should have been a pass interference on the outside. He was blocking before the ball was caught.
Let's take a look. This guy right here.
So the snap goes to the ground. No, it's clean. It's in the air.
It was.
But Ted Carter makes an inside cut, and Dylan Gray has another tackle.
Yeah, I think they're giving too much padding on that.
Sam Ratcliffe going in to be the bookend on the other side. So first down at the 10. First and goal from the 10 with 8 minutes here.
I would look at a quick slant. Nobody.
And that's going to be Boone coming. And Gray and Matt Wrigley are going to bring him down. But he's going to pick up. He's going to pick up just about 2 yards, 2.5 yards. It's going to be second and goal from just outside the 7.
Yeah, I think at this point we need to bring up those corners and safeties a little bit. We're still giving a little too much.
They haven't shown that they're going to throw the ball downfield.
Right.
And back of that end zone comes up quick if they're trying
when
to
they
do
do the
something
line
deep.
of Boone out.
Right. They're not going to throw downfield if Boone isn't out there. Boone is in at quarterback. And entire
Offsides.
backfield was moving before the ball was snapped.
There. So that's going to be 5 yards. And it's going to bring up second and goal from the 12. So you just saw James Davis go in at an end position.
Yeah, we did confirm that that was James Davis with the 67.
Yeah, 67's Davis.
We had a Phantom Wrigley, now we have a Phantom Davis.
The Phantom Wrigley was pretty good. We knew.
Yes. The Phantom always knows.
So they bring it over on this side. Roman Galkowski's across from Boone with Meter in his hip pocket.
Timeout.
Timeout on blue. So Coach Collins calls a timeout. Gives us a second to talk about our sponsors. Thank you to Origin, Jocko Fuel, Maine Health, Maine Retirement Annuities, Rotary Club, Literacy Volunteers, Franklin County Children's Task Force, Edward Janes Financial Advisors, and Skowhegan Savings Bank. Your generosity provides us the ability to call these great games. So big play here for Mount Blue at 2nd and 12.
I need suntan lotion.
That's Mount Blue's first time out of the half.
Yeah. Oh, forgot.
You could see as they came up to the line of scrimmage, Coach Collins saw something, went running out onto the field, hollering.
That's why I was surprised that one play where we
On
snapped
the
the ball.
turnover.
I mean,
Yeah,
everybody
it was out of
was
sorts
in
for
the
sure.
box. There's no way we
you had 11 in the box.
They had,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Farmer, Davis, Bailey. I see a ton of sophomores out there right now. About two to the right. There goes Boone in motion. He's gonna, he's running outside.
And he turned up field early.
Can't
He
do that.
turned up.
It's
That's
gonna
going to be 5
gonna
more.
Be a procedure penalty again.
And you'll see it right here.
Make it
Watch
second
number
and
2.
17.
Number 2 will turn up.
Yeah, he
Ball's
immediately
not
turns
stabbed.
now.
And there he goes.
See there, they're
You have
getting
to
him
stay
away
flat.
from Galkowski.
When you're in motion, you have to stay going sideways. You can't go forward until the ball snapped. At no point can a motion come forward. So
Unless you're playing Canadian football, which we are not.
right,
Right.
I've
In
seen
Canada.
the Canadian border. It is not in this town.
Right. We are south of the Canadian
Right,
border.
substantially south.
We're south of the border.
45 minutes.
Here we go.
We are hauling, you know what, if you're in 45 minutes and you're sitting in Canada.
Hour and a half, okay?
Yeah, though coming down is downhill, so you can go
Depends
fast.
who you're going up with.
Loaded with logs,
So
it's
second and
faster.
17, snap back. Aaronson's sitting inside, and he's just going to throw it out.
There's no way he caught that.
He's going to call it a catch.
What?
We're going to look on the replay.
That was a gopher ball.
Boone comes back, and the ball's going towards the ground, and
Oh, good Lord.
he got under it, I'm going to say.
He did.
He called the catch, and
I'll
he's going
never
to
say
pick
that
up.
I'm wrong.
I'm not going to say I'm wrong.
He's going to pick up 3 or 4 on that, and it's going to bring 3rd and goal from the 13 here.
You need a Cougar to play a little tighter on that defense. If he throws it low, step in and go.
Yeah, send Galkowski with him.
Boone coming around, jet sweep to the left. James Davis hangs on for dear life. No, it wasn't Davis. Who was it? Yes, it was.
It was James Davis.
James Davis stayed home on that end position and grabbed a leg and held on for dear life.
James Davis leading the way brings up fourth down.
Or as I like to call him, Kincaid. He's a Buffalo Bills fan. So when I always gave him business, Kincaid was Dalton Kincaid, the tight end, which he played for me. I gave him a bunch of business about it. I still have a keychain with my Kempfield keys on it. That's a Bills symbol that he gave me. So great kid. I'm glad to see the play. 4th and 13 here. 4th and goal from the 13. Here's the kick is up.
No good.
And good.
Oh, he makes it.
Good.
Oh.
So he splits the uprights.
How frustrating can this be, though, for Fryeburg? Yes,
Right.
they're winning, but they're really only up by 2 touchdowns.
Right, it's 15 to nothing, and literally Mount Blue could score
And it's
16
because
points
of,
on 2
because
touchdowns.
of turnovers.
It's
Turnovers are
turnovers.
making the difference right now. This Mount Blue defense is very good.
They bend, no break.
So 4:20.
Clock's running.
So clock's running. So Mount Blue with 4:14 on the clock here in the third quarter. Down 15-0. And Mount Blue needs some points right here. Waiting for Charles Venley's kick. Kicks it deep towards Cannon Smith. He's going to pick it up. Mita makes a nice block to begin with. He's going to turn upfield, and Cannon's going to pick up about 10 or 12 on the return. Mount Blue is going to be in business at the 30-yard line. Well, now they're going to mark him at the 27-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Cougars here. Mount Blue needs something here. A spark.
Mount Blue needs to move
Let's
the
drive
ball.
down the field and, as Galen would say, matriculate the ball down the field.
Matriculate it down the field. Let's pick up
Trickeration.
some yardage. Move the zip code. Here we go.
Other than the fake punt, we haven't tried any trickeration. And that wasn't even fake. That was just straight
Cannon
up.
Smith on the
gonna go.
near side. He's got Boone across from him.
And once again, we have no deep safety in the middle. If we
Yeah,
had
they've walked up. They haven't played cover anything all night.
If we had a tight end, I'd do a tight end streak, but
You may see that to Wrigley at some point here in the second half.
I was going to say.
What do we say?
Team's open.
Throw it up to Wrigley.
Throw it to Wrigley.
Inside handoff, and that's going to be swallowed up in the backfield for a loss. Dylan Gray
Nowhere to go.
had possession of the ball and a defender in his belly at the same time.
Yeah, they're kind of – that defensive line is kind of –
The hole was there momentarily,
Very
but when
quickly.
you're already 5 or 6 yards back, you've got a long ways to come. That hole has to open for 2.5 seconds versus 1.5 seconds.
And again,
so a loss of 4 brings up
Fryeburg has
14.
everybody up on the ball. Every Fryeburg player is within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage.
Back to pass, Gary Lee. He's going to get rushed around, thrown around, makes a couple of cuts, tries to stay on his feet, gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe. No, they're going to say he lost 3.
Yeah,
so they're back to the 20. It makes it 3rd and a 16.
Fryeburg was in quickly on that.
So if they're gonna penetrate and not have deep coverage, you got to hit a quick slant can go for a touchdown if you get the ball in the hands of a receiver.
Fryeburg is backing off a little bit here.
Cover 2 now. Harkins keeps it, fakes inside. He's going to go around the edge, and Gary Harkins is going to run down the sideline and pick
There
it
it
up.
is. If they're going to continue to collapse on the middle, it's going to open that outside.
You got to get outside, just a one body's length.
Couple of great blocks out there on the corner.
And Gary has speed. Nice run by Harkins.
And smart enough to not give the ball up. He just
Correct.
saw, okay, I'm headed out of bounds. I'm just going to slide down, and we're going to call it a win. So after a big pickup of about 23 yards, Mount Blue's got the ball 1st and 10 at the 43. There's a quick blast up the middle. Dylan Gray.
Downhill.
And look at that. Look at that. Joey Hayden just plowing the road. Look at this. Boom. Boom. I'm going to push you out of there. He's got 2 of them there. Just plowing
Peter
the road.
Bruno making that tackle. Brings up a 2nd and 2 here for Mount Blue.
They are not
It's gonna be
picking up on
immediately
that
stuffed
outside
to the
linebacker.
backfield. Number 8, Oliver Nagy.
Yeah.
All over the play in the backfield.
And you can look, they saw that coming. They were coming.
And he came on a blitz. And when you go with split receivers, you have nobody tight in a tight end spot, so an outside linebacker walks up. He has a straight shot to the backfield.
It almost looked in the replay there. I didn't see it during the play that Harkins was trying to hang on to that football and roll out of there. But Dylan Gray felt the pressure and hung on to it and said, we're going to regroup right here.
So it's 3rd and 5 here. Harkins pulls it down. He's going to have another first down. Gary Harkins makes an inside cut, picks up 8. We needed 5 and first down.
That's a beautiful run right there.
Yeah.
There's the fake, and I'm just going to follow the puller.
He's just reading where the backer was blitzing, going the other side.
Hayden is 6 yards downfield, pushing people out of the way.
First down, Cougars.
And Reed Kuzno came across from that wingback slot, popped that end, and well-designed play, picks up 8. And the Cougars have crossed midfield, and they're at the 46 of Fryeburg now, 1st and 10. Minute 18 left in the quarter. Dylan Gray takes the handoff, struggles and fights,
Look
and
at
Dylan
that.
Gray just keeps running the football.
I want it. I want it.
This is the strength and conditioning.
There's no quitting, Dylan.
This is just, I want it. You cannot stop me. Just powering through.
I had the pleasure of coaching him, and I watched him do that a lot. And other coaches would constantly say to me, geez, that kid was down. Or there's a whole group of them. Next thing I know, he's running by himself, and just no quitting him. He's a very good wrestler, and it's the same way when he's on a mat. There's just no quitting him.
Several of these football players. Reed Kuzno is also a wrestler.
Roman Galkowski. There's a group of them that all wrestle together, and it obviously helps in a game of football. So 2nd and 2 here for Mount Blue. Got a false start.
It was on Roman Galkowski, but he did, he's running backwards.
He's a motion man, though.
I don't understand that. He never moved toward the line of scrimmage. He's running backwards. So I'm not sure about that call.
So it's going to be 2nd and 7 here.
But then again, being honest, guys, I'm never sure about any call that goes against us, really.
And if you were confident
Yeah, but
on
we're
calls
not
that went
wrong.
against us, we'd say, and this week we'll be missing Coach D. If we've told him to get out of the booth.
He's looking for salmon.
So Harkins takes the ball. Quick snap, quick throw inside. And that was going to be a fight, and it falls incomplete as it looked like Boone was coming in under. And that's going to bring the 3rd quarter to a close. Fryeburg Academy 15. You're driving Mount Blue Cougars nothing. We'll be back to Caldwell Field shortly.
Mount Blue TV Sports is brought to you by these generous sponsors. Origin USA, built to believe. Edward Jones Financial Advising. Franklin County Children's Task Force. Literacy Volunteers of Franklin and Somerset Counties. Maine Health. Maine Retirement Annuities. The Rotary Club of Farmington. Skowhegan Savings Bank. Jocko Fuel. Hard work, clean fuel, no excuses.
Back here at Caldwell Field, 3rd and 7 here for the Cougars. A big play from the 43. Meter's going to take the ball. He's going to look like he was looking upfield to see if something was open. Carter Meter, former quarterback, has no problem slinging that rock. But very minimal gain, if any, there. It's 4th down and a long 7 for Mount Blue. Yeah, they pushed it back even more, so 4th down and 8 for Mount Blue. It's a big spot here for the Cougars.
We got stacked twins on the left.
Twins on the left. In Meter and Gaukowski. Dylan Gray in the backfield. Ball goes up in the air. Winds up getting caught by Cannon Smith. We'll see where they.
That's a catch by number 11.
We'll see where they're going to mark this. They're going to mark this, and this is going to determine everything.
The Fryeburg coach is on the field arguing with the officials. I'm not sure.
The officials
that
call
you are
timeout.
supposed
They're going
to
to bring
that.
it out and look at it.
The ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage, though. Good effort that time by Cannon Smith to come back and pick it up.
If the lines are straight, this is a 1st down. Don't know, the officials still haven't made a choice. Of course, we can't see what it is. But they call it 1st down Fryeburg, so it's got to be a chain link short or something.
Yeah, my only concern is that the Fryeburg coach is out there trying to help with the spot of the ball after that catch.
We have never done that coaching.
So 11-17 left. Mount Blue goes back on defense.
I agree with you.
Need a quick 3 and out here.
It was wrong. I mean,
need a quick 3 and out.
I was flagged once for running a counterplay, and the referee told me I was trying to deceive the defense.
I remember. I was with you.
Trying to deceive the defense. I informed the referee that that's what a counter is for, is to deceive the defense.
You tried to deceive
So
them on
I am
purpose.
guilty,
Yeah.
but it's not against the rules.
So on the near side, Joey Ratcliffe goes out with Ted Carter. Gorkowski goes on the other side.
Middle.
And Merrick Iaconzilli runs forward and picks up about 4.
Number 5, Merrick with the run. Gains about 4. It's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
So 2nd down and 6, 10:59 on the clock. Mount Blue looking to get a stop.
And Fryeburg's just going to be happy running the ball at this point, keep the clock running.
Absolutely, clock rolls. Mount Blue used 1 timeout earlier.
Yes.
But it led to a field goal versus a touchdown, so it wasn't necessarily a bad call. They need a spark right here. They need a turnover. They need a sack. They need something here.
Right.
They're launching it down to Carter. It's going to be too far. As Carter got in behind Ratcliffe. And I'm okay with them stopping the clock for us.
Right. Absolutely.
10:21.
Throw the ball. Throw the ball.
That was a 5-second play, and the clock come to a dead stop. So I'm okay with that. Brings up 3rd and 6. Fryeburg at their own 40-yard line.
Bring up 3rd and 6.
This might be a good time to send Dylan Gray on a blitz.
Gray was going that time, and he peeled off once he saw it was pass. He's a smart football player, too. You know, he sees what's in front of him.
Those instincts are something that you don't have to teach as a coach. You always appreciate, but you don't have to.
Right.
When you got a smart football player, a football smart player.
So Boone goes in the slot with 2 wides.
I'd watch that little inside pass.
Farmer's across from him. Farmer goes with him. You know it's what he wants to do. And now, heads up play by Benny Arneson as everybody went outside. He saw a seam and he took off. That was just a smart play on
And
his
he was
part.
under pressure, too.
Yeah, Mount Blue had a
through.
blitz on, too.
And
they had a chance to get him right there.
And Arneson is he's got some long strides there.
He does. He covered
doesn't
the
take him
ground.
long
Real
to pick
estate
up
quickly.
Doesn't take him long to pick up 10.
So with 10:07 on the clock, Fryeburg now in no hurry to snap the ball as they've got it at the Mount Blue 47. Back to pass. They're going to swing it out again. Incomplete. Charles Wenley couldn't pull the pass in from Benny Arneson.
If I didn't know better, that tackle was in the backfield, lined up.
See a lot of it now, and I just never see it called.
Yeah.
Well, remember last year in the
It's called
NFL,
on us.
Preseason in the NFL, they called it 17 times
Yeah.
a game. I watched the Super Bowl, and there was times they were 6 yards deep and nothing's called. I think it's like, okay, here's a point
Flavor
of
of the
emphasis
week.
for 13
Flavor of the week.
seconds. All right, no problem now. So, but 9:42 on the clock.
I'm kind of surprised that Fryeburg's throwing the football.
I am too.
It's
Unless they figure they've
still
got
in
the
a fight.
game won, so they're
still in a fight.
They're going to work on some things. Boone's coming around. There's going to be a handoff on that little sweep. Dylan Gray. James Davis underneath. Dylan Gray up top, and that's
boy.
a stick.
That was a good hit.
Oh, boy. James Davis hung on, and Dylan Gray mopped up. Boom, boom. Good night.
That brings
Excellent
up
play.
3rd and 9. The clock's running 9:19 here in quarter number 4.
Mr. Boone's going to need some ibuprofen or something to get through tonight because he's getting hit pretty hard tonight.
Yeah. You know, it's nice to see. That stands are still full. I haven't seen anybody
Right.
leave the ball game. So big play here. 3rd and 9 from the 47. Back to pass. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down in the backfield. No, Davis. Davis had him.
Well, I thought he was down.
I thought he was
We
down.
thought he was
I
down,
couldn't
and
see.
he spun out of it. Well, look at the replay. Davis had him there, wraps him. Everybody seems to stop, and then he just squirts out of the backside. So not sure. The ball was completed.
And then when someone comes up and makes a hit, they'll be flagged later on.
Brings up 4th and 2. So
the back
strange-
judge was right there. He had to have seen it, so we
Strange
couldn't tell
events
from our
right
angle.
there.
That was odd.
Yeah, Roger Bolick walking by.
And he came up just slinging it, so he knew where the receiver was.
Coach Bolick back in my day.
Yep. Now semi-retired teacher.
I can tell you it's the best line coach I've ever had, and I went to college.
First down yardage with plenty to spare. As Wenley rushes down, picks up about a dozen there. So it's going to be first down Fryeburg at about the 28-yard line. 8:10 on the clock.
Oh, we're frustrated for him. I know I am. I'm so frustrated for them right now because they've been playing a hell of a game. I don't care about the scoreboard. They've been.
Yeah, the defense is playing extremely well.
Yeah, but they're gonna get. They're getting tired.
Fryeburg comes out, 2 in the backfield, split on each side.
Going deep over
Inside
here. Nope.
handoff. Charles Wenley, and he's going to be taken down immediately. Another big play, Joey Hayden on another tackle. They're going to give him about 2.5 there, and it's going to be second and a long 7.
And Joey Hayden came from the backside defensive tackle position to make that play.
3-gap jump and tackle in the same.
Fryeburg goes into the stall technique. They'll stay
You
back
talked
there.
earlier about Fryeburg takes their time.
They're going to
anyway.
take their time. They're
They
going to
do it regardless. They're going to get 30 seconds.
There's the chop, so he's down to 5.
Handoff inside, just rushing straight ahead is going to be Mika Stancy.
We got flags going everywhere.
Flag that comes flying
And they
in
came
late.
in really late.
We got
Let's see what this
extracurriculars?
flag might be. Not sure what they're calling.
Number 60 got up.
So it's an unsportsmanlike conduct on Fryeburg. That's going to take them back 15.
And that just shows you that Fryeburg is frustrated. Yes, they've got the lead.
Yeah.
Yes, they're up by 2 scores, but they're frustrated. They thought they were going to come up here tonight for a cakewalk.
Right.
And that's not what's happening.
The only reason they're ahead, is the couple of put the ball on the ground.
Mount Blue's obviously blue and gold, but they're starting to get back on that trail where it's black and blue when you
Right.
come to Farmington. And that can be frustrating for teams over the last few years that have just come up and said, we're just going to pummel them.
Yeah. We're going to
Now
ride.
Yeah.
This team's on its way up. Let me put it that way.
Fryeburg has to earn their win tonight. They're earning it. They
Right.
have to. There's no give me.
So 3rd down and 20 here for Fryeburg. 6:24 on the clock. Mount Blue, let's get a stop here.
Right.
Get us back on offense. See what happens. Low snap.
Going
He
high to
comes
the
up
right
fire.
side.
Mita's going with him, and that's going to be long again. He was looking for Carter. And Carter has a knack to kind of sneak in behind the defensive players.
Yeah.
Slightly more accurate pass, and a couple of times he would have had big gainers down the field. But instead it brings up 4th down and 20, and Fryeburg set to punt the football. So Meter and Cannon Smith back. Now we got a flag.
Too many men on the
Too
field
many
against
men on the field as
Fryeburg.
12 were out there on offense.
But with his punt, 5 yards just makes it, he'll drop it in a little
I'll take
deeper.
5 any way they want to give it to us right now.
5 with no time.
Farmers constantly close. Smart play by Carter Meter. You don't
Absolutely.
want the ball inside the 5, but if you're inside the 5, don't touch that football.
Yeah.
Right. And that ball was
That was a
coming
funny
pretty
one.
quickly.
And
That
you know
was-
those ones that roll once, roll twice, hop
Then
up in the
pop
air 8
up,
feet.
go left, go right.
Get away from it.
I think that's what Carter was staying in front of it for, waiting for the
Right,
hop,
and it
and
didn't
it
hop,
didn't
it stayed
happen.
down.
Yeah, if it hopped up to him, he'd have gone.
Right.
Next time it could hop twice and hit him in the face mask.
Right.
I mean, it's just the little oblong thing does what it wants. So with 5:59 here, Mount Blue.
I want to see
starting
us
on
at
their
least
own
get a
5.
score.
Let's put together a drive here. Everybody's packed in tight. Inside handoff. Gray's going to give him a little room and pick up about 3. And that was Reed Kuzno, not Gray on the carry. And actually he picked up a little more than that now, and they're going to call it 5. And it's going to be around 2nd and 5, 2nd and a short 6 here for the Cougars. 5:31 on the clock.
And right now that clock is not Mount Blue's friend.
No. Harkins brings around the outside with a couple of blockers in front of him, makes a cut back. We're going to see where they mark him. They're going to mark him at the 13.
He'll be just shy.
And it's going to be 3rd down and about 1.5 yards. That should be a first down carry as they're out across the 15.
First down, Cougar.
Oh, they're throwing little footballs again.
Dylan Gray. Dylan Gray picks up the two that they
that's
need.
awesome.
And it's first
Back
down
to
here
the
with
old days.
4:29 on the rolling clock. Mount Blue out to the 15. Gary Harkins rushes off the right, cuts back, comes inside. He took a pretty good pop right there on his way to the ground.
Gary's tough though. He's a senior. He's been
Picks up
starting
5.
been starting since he was a sophomore. You know he wants this. He's going to do what he has to do.
3:53 on the clock here. Brings up 2nd and 5. Some point they're going to break one off here to Carter Cannon.
Broken
Gary
play.
Harkins avoids the rush. Does all the above. Rushes forward, picks up first down yardage.
Heck of a run right there by Gary Harkins.
Couple of different times it looked like not only that he was going to be down, but they physically had a hold of him, and he just kept his feet and kept moving.
Hey, and you know what? That line, they kept trying to find someone to block. They didn't just stand there and watch.
Right.
Well, I just
That's
said
a
at
big
some
help.
point they're going to break one off to Meter. I've watched Meter and Cannon Smith over here do that little lollygag out towards the defender. At some point you turn the Jets on.
And nobody's in the middle again.
Carter Meter gets a quick out. Breaks a tackle, and he's going to run upfield.
There's
And
a flag,
gonna
hit
add
out of
15
bounds.
To that.
That's
As
going to pick up
Carter
15
was
more.
3 steps out. And that's going to be a 12-yard pickup added to a 15-yard pickup. For my math, says 27 yards.
That's excellent math.
Well, it's something I've been working on the offseason.
I concur. You didn't have to use my 9 fingers to count.
We don't even.
One is fish.
We don't even have to.
Yeah, Gerald's got 9.5 fingers asking for a 10-yard play.
Here
they'll
we
mark
go.
it off.
The accounting firm of Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe.
So now Mount Blue winds up at the 44 on Fryeburg side of the field, 2:58, 2 timeouts left. That backs the linebackers up slightly. Quick inside to Dylan Gray. Patience there at the point of attack.
Good
And
5
Gray
yards.
finds a seam and rushes forward and picks up 5.5 yards.
I like that. I like that reaching out and putting your hand on the blocker, following him, showing the patience. I'd like to see him squirt out right there, but he's learning.
I think we could help ourselves out with a little quicker snap back there.
Yeah.
Daniel Welch made a nice block on that play, too. Reed Cousineau's going to pick up 3 or 4.
He's learning.
I think we could help.
Reed Cousineau with the tough running gains a few.
But it brings up 3rd and a long 3, short 4 here for Mount Blue. 2:09 on the clock.
Trust you me, though, Reed Cousineau took that number.
Oh, yeah.
You know he did.
And I love it. This is just a different
Full
Cougars
house
team.
backfield here. There's the fake, and he's going to go across the cannon. There's going to be no call. Going upfield. Let's bring down a 4th and 3.
And you got offensive coordinator Chris Whitney. He was a little bit fired up about that right there.
Yeah, you got to allow them to go up the field. You
Right.
can't stop them from running up the field.
Wenley really just stood in front of him and just kept bouncing back and forth, not letting him go.
So it's 4th and a long 3 here for Mount Blue. Cousineau reaches out. He's going to come up short by the looks of it, by the initial spot. And it is a turnover on downs, and Fryeburg will get it back with 1:35 left. I'll tell you, look at that front line
right there is
now.
a hard-fought loss.
Right.
Look at that front line right now.
Down
with
and ready.
Cousineau, Hayden, Sam Ratcliffe, Matt Wrigley, Davis, whoever's in there at a given time.
Farmer.
They've played their you-know-what off up front tonight.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You talked early in the game and pregame about that big, talented offensive line, and they are out of Fryeburg. But those boys stayed with them.
They stood the challenge. And Fryeburg looks like they're going to run some plays here.
Absolutely. Handoff on the inside.
Oh!
And that's Joey Hayden.
Here.
Absolutely. Handoff on the inside.
Oh!
And that's.
Here we go. Buckle up.
There's a timeout.
And that's what I like. That is what you're seeing different about this Cougars team than what you've seen over the past few years. You've got an attitude. There's a little bit of swagger. We'll get there.
Well, there's been a lot of excitement since the spring and over the course of the summer. I talked to these kids a lot. Different feel. They're like, Coach, it's great. We're doing this at practice, that at practice. We're trying this. We're doing that. Like it's just a different attitude, and there's talent coming. There's talent coming to the program.
Look at the underclassmen, but it's the physicality that they're playing with that we have not seen over the past couple of years.
Very
it's
physical right now.
It's that, yes, you may beat us, but you're going to know you were in a game. And I know that Coach Collins wants to start putting W's on the board, but
he will.
You know, they're going to come
It will
because
happen.
the effort is there.
So 1:29, second 9 here. Fryeburg from their own 36. There was a timeout, son. It doesn't matter how long you want to wait to snap it. There was a timeout.
I don't know what he's waiting
What's
for.
he running his mouth about over there?
Merrick. And they're out of timeouts now. Is that the third one?
Look at the Cougars right now. I mean, they're still in this game. There's 1:20 left, but in their minds, there's no quit. I don't know other way to put it. I'm full of joy watching this, even though we're losing. I'm full of joy watching a team that is still in the game. Their heads are still in the game.
Still sprinting out onto the field. Just a lot of positive things.
Right.
Negatives, the scoreboard.
Right.
And I'll be the first to admit, I don't like to lose a game of cribbage, nonetheless a game of football. So I very much understand scoreboard matters. But I know I'm watching a different – at this point I say, hey, next Friday night, this is what – you're kind of looking forward to the weeks as they're coming.
Yeah.
Third down, make some noise for your Cougars.
So 3rd and 5 here. And they just happened to hit that seam on the blitz. As Mount Blue brought the kitchen sink, and they just happened to run right beside where they blitzed from.
Who was
Gonna
that
pick
that
up
went
the
in?
first
That
down.
was awesome.
Yeah, Dylan Gray came on the blitz, and he missed it, and they ran right where he was.
That was a blitz.
But you notice at the end of the play, Dylan Gray's down
Back
as
there
part
making
of the
a tackle.
And that's just a desire. Fryeburg must have taken a timeout.
Mount Blue had one more. That timeout that you called earlier, he pointed at Fryeburg.
Yeah.
I think it was a
Fryeburg
Fryeburg
called that
timeout.
Oh, must have been because they're not going to give us 4.
How can we all?
There's no home field advantage.
How can we all not be wrong?
So
I know how.
coming up next Friday on the 19th, big game against Coney. Coney's a big-time opponent. Mount Blue's schedule is front-loaded with big opponents.
Absolutely.
To
Coney.
start with.
So, yeah, we're home next week.
Coney absolutely demolished Messalonsky last weekend.
Yeah, that was a 36 nothing type ball game. So they take a knee as Benny Arneson takes the knee for Fryeburg. And Fryeburg's going to get out of here with a 15-0 win. But let's look at some of the things that were different this week from last week. Not near as many pre-snap penalties. They weren't jumping off sides a lot. They weren't lined up in illegal formations a lot. That was a big thing that they were talking about during the week. The take a knee again is 31 seconds, and that'll wrap it up.
Fryeburg knew we were going to run up the middle, and at times they put everyone in the box.
Yeah,
and we did. We still had success. So what's that tell you? At times we still had this success.
You usually don't see cover 0.
No, not at the 50-yard line.
But just in general, different field, different game. Mount Blue's going to lose. They're going to fall to 0-2.
But
it's an exciting team at 0-2.
Watching Fryeburg celebrate over there, they earned it. Like you said earlier, Stubby, they earned this win.
Yeah. They're going home bruised.
Yes.
So we will be back here in Mount Blue in just a few minutes to wrap this up as Fryeburg Academy Raiders walk out with a 15-0 win over your Cougars.
Mount Blue TV Sports is brought to you by these generous sponsors. Origin USA, built to believe. Edward Jones Financial Advising. Franklin County Children's Task Force. Literacy Volunteers of Franklin and Somerset Counties. Maine Health. Maine Retirement Annuities. The Rotary Club of Farmington. Skowhegan Savings Bank. Jocko Fuel. Hard work, clean fuel, no excuses.
Welcome back to Caldwell Field. So in conclusion, guys, 15-0 loss, but we all saw it as an improvement and a better game for the Cougars. Next week, you get a high-powered Coney offense coming in here. Mount Blue's defense showed they can play because I don't think a lot of teams are going to have a lot of luck stopping Mr. Boone.
Right.
Yeah, I don't either.
Just a great player.
Not as physical as that defense is.
You look at that Fryeburg offense, the vaunted Fryeburg offense, put up 4 touchdowns last week against Skowhegan, easily controlled that game. They scored 1 touchdown.
1 touchdown.
They were inside the 20 5 or 6 times, scored 1 touchdown, and had to kick 3 field goals and turned it over on downs twice inside the 20. This Cougar defense is for real.
So, as we leave here tonight, we can't wait for next week and see what happens when Coney comes to town. But for Coach D, Galen Darenpool, Coach Gerald Haynes, this is Ron Smith from Caldwell Field. Have a great night. Go Cougars.
Good night.